Boys, have you ever heard of the Pegasus Nation? Essentially what this is a new PlayStation fanboy cult, which was created because PlayStation fanboys were tired of being called Sony ponies. So they decided, let's give ourselves a really cool name like Pegasus Nation, which somehow sounds even more gay than fucking Sony pony. Yeah man, I identify as a Pegasus. My pronouns are Sony shill/shill self. This is our fucking retarded flag. I can only masturbate to pictures of Nathan Drake and the PlayStation 5 SSD. But anyway, the leader of this cult, as you probably can imagine, is not the most intelligent person on earth. And he made a video about 2 months back explaining exactly why Xbox does not have any games. So let's check that out. Also, speaking of unintelligent people, turns out a lot of you fuckers aren't subscribed. Fucking subscribe.
Hey, it goes 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now here we go. So today we gonna talk about Xbox got no games. That is the subject for today. And if you stick around to the end of the video, you will know exactly what that phrase means and why it just destroys so many fanboys and bots and bot ultras and just makes them want to cry. Okay, so
What happened? He plays the intro and the audio quality like immediately decreases. How? But did you use a different mic for some reason? Like, what's going on?
today, Xbox got no games. So we're going to answer 2 specific questions. We may go on a little tangent, but for sure we're going to answer these 2 specific questions. The first question is the phrase Xbox got no games. What does it actually mean?
I don't know, man. What could Xbox has no games possibly mean? I have no fucking clue. I don't speak English. I can't even read, my dude. Like, I don't understand.
Okay, we're going to answer that. And then the second question that we're going to answer is what has to happen in order for the community to stop saying Xbox got no games?
I mean, doesn't matter what happens. PlayStation fanboys will just continue to say it because they have nothing better to do with their shitty little lives than go on Twitter and make fun of Xbox for no reason. Like, it doesn't matter how many games or exclusives Xbox has. PlayStation fanboys will always keep saying this shit. Even when I point out something like The Medium released this year, then PlayStation fanboys will just say, that game sucks and it doesn't count.
Right, so we're going to dig into why the phrase exists and what it means exactly. And then we're going to cover what must happen.
Yeah, you literally said that 2 fucking seconds ago. Stop repeating yourself. I know you're old, but dementia can't be hitting that hard.
Okay, so where does the phrase come from? Xbox got no games. All right, so first, it's real funny, right? Especially to me, I find it hilarious watching these bots and these bot ultras try to defend the fact that Xbox ain't got no games. So they do everything in their power, right? So the first thing they'll do is well, I got games on mine, or I played a game last night, and like...
Did this guy just unironically play a fucking laugh track underneath his own video? Like, is he that self-aware? Does he know that he is so unfunny that he literally has to use a laugh track to let people know when, you know, he's joking? Or does he think that using a laugh track somehow makes his joke funnier? I mean, this guy is in fact incredibly unfunny. Here is something that he thought was a joke and posted on Twitter. Yeah, that wasn't very funny. Oh wait, I forgot it doesn't have a laugh track underneath it. There we go, comedy gold, greatest fucking joke ever made.
I got a game and my Xbox got games. All this little silly bullshit, right? Because they do not want to accept the fact that their console is devoid of games. So now everyone knows what an idiom is. Well, if you don't, then you're about to learn it right now. So an idiom is just basically an expression that you use in natural language, and those unique combination of words.
Okay, so what he's trying to explain is that the phrase Xbox has no games doesn't literally mean that Xbox has no games. It means something else that he's gonna get to. Wow, look at that. It took me like 3 fucking seconds to explain that, not 2 minutes. Wow.
So, for example, if I were to say it's raining cats and dogs outside, everyone knows that.
Yeah, so he goes through about 3 other examples of other phrases like this, and it takes up like 4 minutes. You don't need 3 examples to explain this. I literally understood what you were talking about before you even used a fucking example.
The person says that it doesn't mean that you look outside. That dogs and cats are all from the sky. That's ridiculous. Everyone knows what that means, which is that it's raining hard, it's raining again. Another thing, I would say, okay, she's counting on me, or he's counting on me, right? That doesn't mean that there's a one man standing on me and counting from 1 to 100 or something like that, actually counting while they're on me. No, absolutely not. What it means is that they depend on me. The phrase "he's counting on me" is an idiom. You can't look at those words individually for what they mean. You have to look at those words what they mean as a group, as a collection. If someone wants to say it's time to say, that means that it's time to go there, time to lay down. It does not mean they're going to go punch us, okay, something like that, right? So it's funny watching these hypersensitive bots and bot cultures running around crying, well, my system got games, my system got games. The phrase Xbox got no games is a fucking idiom. And what it means, for those of you that don't know, pay attention, write it down, remember it, whatever you need to do. The phrase Xbox got no games is a very specific phrase, and it means a very specific thing. The phrase Xbox got no games simply means...
Get to the fucking point. Are you just gonna keep repeating the phrase Xbox got no games means... Just fucking tell me, what does it mean?
That the Xbox platform is devoid of AAA banging exclusives that drive people to the platform in order to experience those gaming experiences other than Halo, Gears, and Forza.
Okay, so apparently the phrase Xbox has no games means that Xbox has no AAA exclusives except for these 3 major franchises. Besides these 3 major franchises, Xbox has no other major franchises. Okay, but it still has AAA exclusives though. You just fucking admitted they did, so like what?
That's what the phrase means. It's 2 parts. It means that there are no new compelling AAA banging ideas.
Is he just gonna like repeat himself again? I mean, it explains why this video is so goddamn long, but shit, stop repeating yourself.
And the AAA IPs that you do get are gonna be simple rehashes of Halo, Gears, Forza.
And what, you don't get this same shit on PlayStation? First of all, almost every single PlayStation exclusive is a third-person action game in a semi-open world with RPG and stealth elements. And of course, cinematic cutscenes. And then again, most exclusives out right now on the PlayStation 5 are remakes and sequels. And these sequels aren't incredibly different from the games that come before them. Like Miles Morales is not incredibly different from Spider-Man. And the new Ratchet & Clank isn't incredibly different even from the first Ratchet & Clank. So don't fucking come here talking bullshit. Both sides mainly rehash ideas. And even if you want to say, yeah, but PlayStation still has like Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, and Returnal, and those are original. Yeah, but Xbox has games like Grounded, and The Medium, and Second Extinction, and these are also original IPs.
And that's what the phrase means. That Xbox is devoid of compelling AAA bangers that are new to drive people to the platform.
Yay, he repeated himself again. Also, he's wrong again. You know, there are games that have released, like Grounded, The Second Extinction, and The Medium, and there are also games that are new that are coming up, like Avowed, for example.
Nothing being created new, no new innovation, no taking gaming in any different direction. It is just rehashes of the same stuff.
When has Sony ever taken gaming in a different direction? When? They've never done that, or at least not in the last 10 years or so. Again, all their games are third-person action RPGs with stealth elements in a semi-open world and with cinematic cutscenes. That's all they make. I mean, yes, sometimes they'll make like a Ratchet & Clank, which is a $75 game that's only fucking 10 hours long. That's a fucking scam. But when was the last time that they truly made something innovative and new? And if you say like, oh, Returnal was pretty innovative, no, it was a pretty shitty roguelike from what I could tell. Like Spelunky has existed for, I believe, almost a decade now, probably longer. Sony rarely ever innovates. They actually devolve their games. Like, for example, God of War, the original gameplay. How many games do you know that play exactly like the original God of War in the same style? Like, I don't know, maybe Bayonetta, right? How many games do you know that play in the current style of God of War? I can name like 20, probably. That's not innovation. That's just making a game more mainstream and boring.
Over and over and over, all generation long. What are you gonna get? No new IPs. This is why it was a big deal when PlayStation said, hey, we got 25 titles in development, half of them are new IPs.
So here's like a comment from your comment section. This guy posted an entire list of all the upcoming Xbox exclusives, and most of them, believe it or not, are new IPs. Some of them are, you know, new games in a franchise that hasn't had a new entry in like a decade or so, like Perfect Dark. But most of them are new IPs. So how did you react when you found out that this guy basically discredited your entire 16-minute video with one single comment? Let's see how you reacted to that. Yes, you just simply said Xbox has no games, because that's all you are. A pathetic little troll who pretends to be all intelligent and reasonable in his videos. Even later on in this video, you said that you want Xbox to have games, and you are open to discussion. But then when someone actually, you know, proves you wrong in your comment section, all you can do is troll, because that's all you are. A pathetic little troll who thinks he's way smarter than he actually is. It's even more pathetic when you realize that this guy is like a 50-year-old man who apparently has nothing better to do with his life than this. Like, I don't know, get a job or something, go see your grandkids, do something of use. Anyway, his video goes on for like another 8 minutes or so, but he mainly just repeats himself over and over and over again, so I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, the leader of the Pegasus Nation, when actually intellectually questioned and challenged, just simply replies, Xbox has no games. Because that's all he can reply, because he isn't smart enough to come up with any counter arguments. So if you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.